Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Shadow Hero, and welcome to another news coverage slash discussion video. Whatever, however you see it. But it's been a long time since I actually talked to you guys. I've been really busy lately. All I've been able to do is post the Mass Effect 3 walkthroughs, which I hope to hopefully get finished or be able to finish up with those. Anyway, this video, I'm going to be talking about, obviously, all Mass Effect news. It's all been going crazy lately, but I think you guys will enjoy it if you're a Mass Effect fan. This video might contain some spoilers, so if you do not want to know anything about the ending or the story in general, I suggest you stop watching because I'm going to start talking now. Okay, so obviously the major news that we have is the fact that Mass Effect 3, its ending, pretty much everyone hated it. And the fact that BioWare may be coming up with a new ending. Well, not necessarily a new ending, but they're gonna give us more closure, which is what I want the most. Because me personally, I don't hate the ending. It's just didn't end it for me. It really did not end the Mass Effect series, and all people wanted was just closure. I think that's what we wanted. But the article states, and the article will be in the link in the description if you want to read it for yourself. But it basically says that they have been listening to what we said, and they are gonna make some changes. They're just gonna provide new content that will provide closure. And so basically they're not going to be changing the ending. That's not, they said it's not going to be what they're going to be doing. What? Anyway, I just lost my, I don't know what I just said, but anyway, so they're not going to change the ending. They're just going to like provide answers to the questions that we have. And believe me, there are so many questions. There were more questions going into the ending than was supposed to be left out. Everything was supposed to be answered. They said this ending was supposed to completely end the Shepard storyline, that we were supposed to get complete closure, that everything was going to be answered, but no, we didn't get that. And this is them trying to fix up their mess, because they did lie to us. That part is true. They did lie to us. They told us a bunch of times that this ending, the way the game is gonna play out, all our choices are gonna matter in the end. We're gonna affect the ending, and really, that wasn't the case at all. The ending, our choices during the game did not affect the ending in whatsoever. It just came down to one question. So, okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about the ending. So, again, if you have not watched the ending or don't want to know anything about it, because you haven't played it or watched it, whatever, stop watching right now. Okay. So, pretty much, I think where the ending went downhill was pretty much with the part where Shepard and Anderson got to the Citadel. And before that, they had to like get to the teleportation to be transferred to the Citadel, which I think was kind of a huge plot hole. Well, there are a bunch of plot holes, but the fact that exactly how did they get to the Citadel, and where did they end up? Because we know that that machine, those pillars were transferring people and harvesting them from Earth to the Citadel. So basically, they were going to use that to get to the Citadel and activate the catalyst and all that junk. But exactly how did they get? Was it just like a teleportation? Did they just like transfer there? Like, and where did they end up? Like, what part of the Citadel did they end up? And there's just a bunch of questions. And after that, Shepard regains consciousness and talks to Anderson, which is another plot hole because Anderson's talking like he's in another area, like he's far away from us. Yet when we start walking down, it's just one path. Like we don't see like any other paths that seem to connect to us. So, and Anderson's like right in front of us. So, was he in front of us the entire time? Was he invisible? Were we blind? Was it dark and we couldn't see him? What happened? Like we know there was just one path, so there's no way he could have gotten ahead of us or really got that far. I don't know. That was just like really confusing. And aside from that, the conversation between Shepard, the Elusive Man, and Anderson, that scene was, I think, was good. That was perfect. It was. I knew that was going to be coming down to Shepard and Anderson, and possibly facing off with the Elusive Man. I think that was a okay scene. That was fine. Everything was fine. But then after that, we get to this scene where Shepard goes up, tries to activate the panel, falls, and he gets lifted to, I don't know, some higher part of the Citadel. Then we meet a new character, apparently the Catalyst, which that was a mistake right there. I'm not a writer, so I don't know much about like story wise, but I know one thing for sure. You don't introduce a new like topic at the end of a discussion, of a paper, of a story, whatever. So what they did was they introduced a new character within the last 5 minutes of the game, and you don't do that in a game because you start and you end up confusing people. You introduce new ideas that were never introduced in the story before, and then you start to go back on your ideas. So more confusion comes in, and it's just a huge pile of like, it's just a snowball effect. It's just getting worse, and oh my god. But that scene was, I think that was the major part where it just started to go to hell. Like seriously, everything started going, and didn't make sense, and it was just dumb. The decisions, I knew Shepard was gonna have to make a sacrifice. Like he was gonna end up like sacrificing himself to save the galaxy, and but I mean, this is just me talking about the endings. I mean, me personally, I didn't want Shepard to die. Like, I wanted to have a happy ending and have one last time with my friends, my romance, all of that. But I knew we were gonna have to make a sacrifice. But the fact that every one of those choices end up screwing up the entire galaxy. We destroyed the mass relays pretty much in all those decisions. So we pretty much fucked up the galaxy, and it just left so many questions unanswered. First, the decisions. Obviously, we were left with 3. We either control the Reapers, or we destroy the Reapers and all synthetics, or we created new DNA and stop the cycle, and everything is nice and happy, but the relays will be destroyed. But pretty much all the decisions destroyed the relays. And from what we saw in the Arrival DLC for Mass Effect 2, destroying a relay destroys a system. Pretty much destroys an entire colony. So pretty much we probably killed a bunch of people. That's pretty much what's happened. But the thing that got to me was the fact that if we destroyed all these relays, and let's say maybe we didn't kill a lot of people, maybe we didn't kill no one, then what happened to everyone? Like, we see the Normandy flying off. God knows where they are. Were they running away from the battle already? Like, everyone's fighting back on Earth, and they're just, God knows where they are. And then when they crash land on a planet somewhere, we see Joker and apparently a couple of the crew members, which they're supposed to be with Shepard on Earth when they were gonna to the Citadel. So how the hell did they get from Earth to the Normandy to space to God knows where in that amount of time? What, did they magically teleport out of nowhere? Oh, really? They had that ability all along? I wish we could have used that ability before. That could have been very helpful. But no, that was a huge plot hole. And the major plot hole, no, it's not a plot hole, but the fact that people did not get to see what happened with our choices, what happened to people. Not just with our choices, but with the overall ending of the game. It did not end Mass Effect. It just felt like it did not end. I don't know why it felt like BioWare. I don't know what they were thinking, to be honest. Because that's the major thing. The first major thing was the plot holes, which is why this is the reason why people, I believe, hated the ending. One is plot holes, which I just discussed. There are so many plot holes within the last few minutes of the game. Two, the fact that we didn't get to see any resolve to any of our choices. We didn't see what happened to anyone at the end of the game, and basically we just didn't know. We didn't get answers. We didn't see our consequences. So what happened to our crew? What happened to Joker? What happened to let's see, goddammit, the Rachni, the Krogan? I cured the genophage. What happened to that? Were they able to make a new life, get new planets? What happened to the Quarians and the Geth? They're all buddies now. So I mean, what happened to all the species? What happened to the entire galaxy? And if we destroyed the relays, really did affect like everyone, and they're screwed now because they can't leave. They're stuck on Earth. We pretty much rally everyone to go to Earth. The entire fleets of species are in the Sol system. And now, because we destroyed the mass relays, they're pretty much screwed. They're stuck there for life, apparently. That's what you're telling me, BioWare? That's what you're telling me. Because that's stupid. That sucks. Like, that is a horrible ending. And if that is the case, why couldn't you tell us what it is? What happened? Is that really the case? Because at the end, we get a scene where there's a guy and a little boy, and it looks like they're talking from the planet that Joker and the crew crash landed on. So because you see when they look up at the sun or whatever, you see like kind of two planets on the top of there, and when we go back at the end of the scene, we see the same two planets. It might be the same, it might not, I don't know. But basically, they talk about like kind of like the legend of the shepherd or some bullshit. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but I think that ending was stupid. Like, that's all they show us, and if that's how you're gonna tell us what happened. Everyone's willy-nilly. Oh, the shepherd died. We're all good and happy on this random planet. Thank you for telling me what happened. No, I think that was just a complete fail. I mean, I know the way I'm talking is making it sound like I really hated the ending. It wasn't bad. Like, it was okay. It wasn't the best ending in the world. They really screwed up. They tried to I don't know what they tried to do. I think they tried to make the ending like really epic and awesome and wanted to wow us, but they didn't stick to what Mass Effect really was. They didn't give us answer any of our questions. They didn't give us closure, and they just changed it completely to like fit what like other games are doing, which I'm really surprised that BioWare would even do that. I don't know what were they thinking, but if this ending, if they are gonna change it, it's gonna be in the DLC, which brings up my next news stories, and it's that I think it was a week after the game was released that Mass Effect DLC, The Truth, was leaked. So it was a DLC. I think the first DLC for the game. Well, actually, technically, it's second DLC. If you wanna talk about whatchamacallit, what's it called? The From Ashes DLC. So technically this will be the second, but it was showed like multiplayer DLC, like, which looks kind of cool actually. Being able to play as a Batarian or Gaff or other two. It says Krogan Battlemaster and Asari Justicar, which I don't know what the hell to think about that. But it might be. BioWare hasn't confirmed it. It might just be some troll trying to, spark a little like anger within the community. But if according to the article, it says that this DLC might contain the possible ending for Mass Effect 3, or whatever they're doing. I don't know whether they're changing the ending or just trying to give us closure as to what happens. But this DLC might possibly have it. So if that's true, one question remains: will we be able to purchase the ending? I mean, will we have to pay for it? Because I think a lot of people think that we shouldn't have to pay for this. This should already have been in the game. They pretty much screwed us over by doing this. I mean, I don't know what to think, but me personally, I don't know if we should pay for it. I think, looking from a business standpoint, I think we're definitely gonna have to end up paying for this. Even though BioWare pretty much screwed us in the A, I mean, if they did it for free, they pretty much are doing that just to make sure they look good, because this ending pretty much is affecting their future products, their entire company, their name, and this is going down in history. But yeah, so that DLC might happen, it might not. Whether we're getting these DLCs packs, I don't know, but it looks like this DLC might come in April, and that's probably where we're gonna get that possible ending soon. So look forward to that. Okay, and I'm gonna start getting to the last news story. Well, not the last, maybe the second to last, but it talks about because of this ending crisis going on, people started a Child's Play fundraiser because of it, right? And the fact that fundraiser is stopping right now. It's ending, and the reason for that is because people were led down the wrong path. They were given the assumption that this charity was going for a change, like getting BioWare to make a new ending, which wasn't the case. They weren't giving a new ending. They were donating for those who don't know, Child's Play is a fundraising for sick kids, for kids in hospital or whatever, blah 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 blah. But people thought they were donating money for a possible new ending, and they were actually putting money for sick kids. And people figured this out and just straight up raged out and basically wanted their money back, which is disgusting. Like, it's for shame to everyone that did that. I understand it's your money and you thought you were putting it somewhere where you wanted to put it, and all of a sudden you find out that you just wasted your money for something else. So you put your money for a new ending for a game, and now you find out that you're actually putting money for a sick kid's medicine, or allowing that kid to maybe live a little bit longer. And now that you realize that, you want to just take your money back. Say, screw that little kid. I want my money back. I thought I was doing this all for a game, not for a little sick kid. Like, really? Really? Are you gonna do that? Like, I can't believe the kind of like selfishness of some people. Like, and that's the reason why they stopped the fundraiser, because people were getting the wrong impression. They thought they were doing it for this whole change the game movement, but no, it was for actual sick kids, hospitals, and all that good stuff. Which, my God, like, I know this is I don't want to say it's a big deal. It is a big deal for true Mass Effect fans. Yeah, it is a big deal, but it's not the worst thing in the world to happen. BioWare made a mistake. They know that. They should know that. And if they don't know that, they're dumb. They haven't been listening to a word we said, but they should know it. And it's pretty much said because of this news, the fact that they are planning to change the ending. But the fact that people will go so far as to not care about anything else anymore, like, they start to lose what's really important. Like, BioWare made this game, and now that we completely don't even care anymore, that all we care about is getting this ending for us, we shut everything aside. Like, what? Really? I don't know. People are crazy, and it's just really sad. Like, I personally am upset with this ending. I was hoping to see something, didn't get to see it, but you know, if a new ending, whatever, is coming out, I'm gonna get it. Hopefully, I get the answers. I get to see what happens to all my friends, to my romance, and to the galaxy. Because I really want to see what happens. That's really what I want. I don't care if they change the ending or not. I want to know what happens. I want a true ending to the Mass Effect series. Okay, well, that's pretty much that, guys. And one lighter news story. But sticking with the Mass Effect 3 news, Final Fantasy 13 is actually getting some costumes based on Mass Effect 3, the N7 armor, which is ridiculous. I think it's straight up dumb, because that's a waste of money. And I mean, they're doing it because Mass Effect 3 was so hyped and it was such one anticipated game, so I think that's what they're doing it for, just to get people to notice Final. It's just a gimmick, I think. They're just trying to like get us psyched up for, I don't know, both of the games, I think, whatever. But I don't know. It looks kind of interesting, kind of dumb at the same time. But it is what it is. But yeah, well, that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, if you could please take out a few seconds out your day to leave a rating, it's greatly appreciated. I really do like it when people support my videos and just show me that you're willing to help me out. Like, you like my videos and you like what you do, and even if you dislike it, it shows that you're paying attention. Like, you see something that you're watching my videos, you may not like or agree with what I say. I may see something stupid, but that at least that you're showing me that your input is there, that what I say may not matter to you, but you watch this video for a reason. And if you would like to leave a comment, maybe telling me how I did in this video, what you think of the news stories, all that good stuff. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, where I do random news stories about this kind of stuff, and I also do walkthroughs. I'm still finishing up my Mass Effect 3 walkthrough, and I'm supposed to be finishing up my Final Fantasy 13 walkthrough. I'm definitely going to bring those out. I'm not going to stop. I already posted 2 videos today about the Geth Dreadnought, but anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. Thank you if you watched this video till the end. I really do appreciate you watching my videos, giving support if you wouldn't mind, and have a good day, and catch you guys later. Peace. Oh, and about the gameplay, we pretty much lose at this last second. You guys don't need to watch it. If you do want to watch it, I'll leave it there, but it's pretty much over. We lose, and yeah, peace, guys.
Squad member in trouble. Mission failed. Returning to base.